Do you think Chelsea are gonna be up there? Because I look at it and I hear the Chelsea discourse and they say like they don't want to say that they're in the title race. They don't want to say it. They don't want, and you know what? It's funny because I was looking at it and I was thinking, who am I afraid of? Because that was before I left and had a little bit of a break. The narrative was, oh, the Sharks are coming. Are you scared? Are you nervous? City, are you nervous? That was what I was hearing. And then a few days passed, and then Chelsea were up there, and it's like Chelsea saying, the fans saying, no, we're not in it. Don't look at us. We're not in no title race. I don't talk title race. We just talk winners and second. Not even winners are not in it. Okay, so I was like, all right, cool. Now I've seen them play, and my I don't want to say fear, but the one I'm looking at is funny. I actually have an eye on City. I think Chelsea, they're a very good side, and things could click for them. I think they need to make small changes in their real serious team, whether it's the defenders that need to come in and settle. Obviously, said they had a few injuries they have at the back. Goalkeeper actually has been all right for them, actually, but it settles in a bit more. Robert Sanchez gets a bit more, gets more comfortable in between the sticks, and then they might be a bit of an issue. But my thing is, the only reason why I look at City, Liverpool, I don't think are in it. And City, I've seen them do it. That's the thing that I always hold on to, Dan, is like, I've seen them go in the back end of a season and go on a 13-game win streak or 14-game win streak. I've seen them do that. So yeah, they're the ones that I'm kind of just keeping an eye on. Chelsea, they are a good side. But again, because their fans aren't really talking like they're chest out and we're going to win this league and all that, I'm not really looking like that. And I know I should have my own mindset and look at them in a separate light. But I just think I've seen City do this before. I've seen them sit in the back and then go on a mad win streak at the back end of the season. So that is my kind of a little bit of a worry. I think. Do you think Chelsea are someone you are considering in this title race? Are you actually even looking at any other team, or is it more? Because I've spoken to fans that are just like, no, I'm just looking at us. I'm not even thinking about as long as everything's right with what we're doing, and I'll criticize what I need to criticize. As long as that's getting right, then I don't need to worry about the other teams. Where are you at when it comes to title race talk?
I'm with you. I look at what Arsenal are doing, because Arsenal are the only team that can lose us this title. Let's just say it how it is. If we lose the title, I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, it was Manchester City's fault. It's our own fault, right? And the pressure is the only thing that can lose Arsenal this title. The only thing I would say that worries me a little bit, Cecil, is that actually there's only really been 4 games this season where there's been some form of pressure. If there is any pressure, you can have this early in the season. And we haven't won all 4 of them. Right. And that is a bit of a problem for me. There's something up there that still makes me believe that perhaps there's a mentality problem we need to iron out and get over across the line. And those 4 games are Liverpool at Anfield, because you're playing the current champions. You want to put out a statement. We lost that game. Then you come up against Manchester City, who everyone says is going to be in a title race alongside the likes of Arsenal and co. And we don't beat them. Then we go to Sunderland. Yes, it's not a huge team in terms of their stature in the Premier League right now. But the reason that was a big weekend is because City played Liverpool the day after. So we had to win that. We didn't win it. And then obviously we go to potentially try and push away. You've got a man like me saying, I think if we can win the league, win this game, and we can't win it. Yeah, we can't win it. So again, I'm looking at it thinking, I'm not saying we're not going to win the league because of those 4 games, but actually it's quite frustrating to think that there's potentially 4 opportunities there that Arsenal have had to go make statements, pull away, or actually put pressure on. And they ain't managed to do any of it. So when I look at Chelsea and Manchester City and Liverpool as contenders right now, because I genuinely don't think there's anybody else. I think Villa look great, Palace, Bournemouth, all these teams that look great. I don't think they're going to be there come March. I look at Chelsea, City, and Liverpool, and I don't think, are they in a title race? I don't think anybody at the moment can be talking too much into that. We're in like November, December. I look at those teams and I think, are they going to be in a position close to first come February, March? And I genuinely do think that all 3 of them could be.
Yeah,
still.
Agreed.
Yeah. So all 3 of them could still be in a title race. You look at that on top of that, think, are they in a title race now? No. Could they be February, March? Yes. How are they playing? And that's the then last question that I'm like, well, Liverpool ain't really consistent, so maybe they won't be there in February, March. Chelsea, I'm with you. I still feel they need a goalkeeper, a couple of centre-halves, and potentially a better attack to be looking at them as serious, genuine, wow, they're going to go win this league. And Manchester City, listen, I might get egg on my face, but the great white shark is looking more like a reef shark at the moment. Yeah,
What's brave to say?
It's very inconsistent, this City side. It's going to drop points. Yeah, it's
true.
And now, if we do lose to a reef shark, we deserve a slapping for that.
But I'll be honest, Chelsea gave it a good battle, and they took it to us. I'll be honest. There's not many teams this season. Like, I even include Liverpool in this, Dan. Yeah, when we played against Liverpool, they didn't. I don't think we lost them, but they didn't give it to us. Even though it was, they didn't batter us. They didn't smash us in possession. They didn't suffocate us. None of that. The only teams where I thought, okay, this is a good team. I'll be honest, Sunderland away, up there, different kettle of fish. They were on it. They were on it. And I saw Arsenal in a different light. I saw, okay, we got to really step up to this level, even though it's Sunderland, but at home it was different level. So I said that's a good game. That's one level. And then Chelsea, I was so shocked. I'm trying to go back through any of the other games where I was like, oh, this is a fair bout. But I think it was more Sunderland than that Chelsea game. And Chelsea, even with 10 men, they put up a good show. And I think they'll be up there this season. There's not many teams I'll say that. Like Liverpool kind of fallen off. Man United, that was the other team. Sorry, first game of the season. Man United gave us trouble. But we won that game. I think that's just early shakings. Now we kind of know what Man United are about. We know what Arsenal are about. But that first game, I was like, oh my God, Man United might be a problem this season. But we've seen how that's turned out. But Chelsea, in the end, we picked up a draw. I think people wanted me to be really disappointed when I've spoken to them. Fans been like, oh, we've let it go, and it's 2 points dropped. And I do hear it, but I also think Club World Cup champions, they just slapped Barcelona. They have got a good team. It's at their place. I don't like to always do context that sounds like excuses, but that is fair. And we got our two centre backs out, but a draw wasn't a loss.
I actually thought it was a fair result. Like I actually thought Chelsea were really good, like in terms of what they offered. In terms of their fight, I'm not sure that David Raya did much. I'm not sure that he had a lot of saves to make. I don't think he was getting peppered. I know he made the save, which actually in turn then ended up to be the goal from João Pedro's header. But other than that, I'm starting to wonder what he did other than collect a couple of their shots or just watch them go over the bar. So I don't think Chelsea's attack was actually that great. I felt it was a little bit blunt. But certainly in terms of the fight and the character, I thought they showed more than us. I thought they actually wanted it more than us. I thought their mentality was a little bit better than us. So I think that's kind of where I was a little bit disappointed. Now, I also take the point that against Bayern Munich and Spurs, it's probably taken a little bit out of us. In fact, it's probably taken quite a lot out of us because it's
100%.
quite a difficult couple of games, right? But I really felt we should have been up more for this one because this was the one that I would have preferred us to win over the Bayern Munich one. I was ecstatic when we beat them. Ecstatic when we beat Tottenham. But if you had to say to me, you could drop points in one, beat Tottenham, beat Chelsea, and draw at Bayern Munich if you have to. This is the one we had to do it. So I felt like it was frustrating the way that we turned up for the game because I did see a lot more hunger and fight from Chelsea than I did from Arsenal. And I'm not quite sure why that is. I can only really put it down to them being a little bit better to us on the day and us having a little bit of a kind of hangover from the two big games that we had previously.
Were they like it throughout the whole game, Dan, for you? As in they wanted it more than us, even from 11 to 10 men. Do you think that whole game over the night, you felt like they were just seem more up for it than us?
I certainly felt like they deserved a hell of a lot more credit with 10 men as well, actually. Yeah. I mean, about 11, I thought they started pretty well and actually showed something on us, but it was quite a sort of could go either way type of game.